Most of the people today are experiencing stress, anxiety, uneasiness, fatigue. It is because there is a friction between their value system and their actions. They are doing something that their inner self doesn't approve of. Welcome to Mindfulness and Mindset podcast, and I'm your host Alok Taunk. I'm a mindfulness and a mindset coach, and I welcome you right from the bottom of my heart to our episode number 6, and that is 5 ways to build unshakable self-confidence. Yes, I'm sure that you're super excited about this episode, because who doesn't want to build that unshakable self-confidence, right? And I'm sure that you want to be more confident about who you are. You want to be more confident about anything and everything that you do in your life. And don't you agree that when we are confident, our entire approach towards our life changes? When we are confident, the way we do things, the way we talk to people, the way we make decisions, the way we make choices, everything changes. There's a different flair about our personality when we are confident. So in this episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 5 ways of building that unshakable self-confidence. 5 ways, 5 hacks, 5 tips, 5 different processes, whatever you might like to call it as. So have your notepads and pen ready so that you can take notes, and make sure that you write everything down, whatever you feel like that can really help you, so that later on you can reflect on it, you can introspect, you can start putting it into practice so that you can get results out of it, right? See, the thing is, my objective behind having these podcasts, these episodes, is that it's not only about information, it's not only about data, but that data, that information needs to be implemented. This information, this knowledge needs to be transferred into action. Only when this happens, you'll be able to get results. Knowing something but not doing it is equal to not knowing, right? So all these 5 ways that I'm going to share with you right now, I want you to take action on it. And that's when you'll be able to see yourself transforming into a confident person, right? So let's jump into it without any further ado. The first way of building self-confidence is all right. So whenever people ask me that, how do I build confidence? How do I become more confident? So I tell them that, listen, don't focus on confidence. Yes. Now you might think that, come on, Alok, I'm here to know how to build confidence, and you are saying don't focus on confidence. That's weird. That's not weird. Let me tell you, that's not weird. Now the thing is, instead of focusing on confidence, what I want you to do is start focusing on building competence. Yes. Start building competence. Start building new skill sets. Start expanding your skill sets. Start expanding the range of competence that you have. When you start doing this, the default, the organic outcome of this process would be you will become more confident. Just think about it. If you are someone who is working in an organization, if you're a working professional, or for that matter, if you are a business owner, you have your own business, just think of those early days when you just started in that process, when you just started at your work, when you just started in your business, or for that matter, if you're a student, just think of it. When you started learning a new concept or a new subject, you were not confident, right? But when you started doing it over and over again, when you started expanding your field of awareness about that particular subject, or about that particular job, or about that particular business for that matter, and when you started learning those smaller tricks and different ways of doing things, when you started gathering all those experiences, when you started learning new skill sets, when you started having more certifications, for that matter, if you're in a job? What happened? What that process did to your confidence level? All of a sudden, you started becoming more confident. When you started learning new formulas as a student, when you started learning new techniques or new ways to do stuff at your job, or maybe when you started learning new strategies for your business, all of a sudden you became more confident, right? So back then, you never focused on being confident, but you focused on building more competence, which ultimately, automatically, organically led to more confidence. So, number one, the first way to build unshakable self-confidence is to focus on building competence. Now, let's jump to number two. Number two, the second way of building unshakable self-confidence, and that is, now this can be a little deep, so let's jump into it, and that is to stay aligned to your value system. Yes, to stay aligned to your value system. Now let me just explain, what do we really mean by value system? See, the thing is, human beings, we are not just a bundle of flesh, blood and bones. We are a bundle of needs and values. Yes, we are a bundle of needs and values. You, me, everyone around us, we have certain needs. And because of those needs, we do things. Why we do what we do? We just don't do anything just for the sake of it. We just don't do anything without any reason. We do anything and everything because there is a need to be fulfilled. That's number one. And second, we have an innate value system that we follow. Maybe we are not aware of that value system, but yes, we are following that value system. Unconsciously, unknowingly, our subconscious is following that value system. Now, let me give you this example. Every person has different value systems. Every person is driven by different value system. So let's talk about a working professional. Let's talk about a person who is in a job, and for this person, authenticity is his topmost value. I like to be authentic. No matter what is at stake, I will not do anything that is wrong, because that will go against my value system, because my value system says that I need to follow authenticity. I need to be authentic. I need to be true to myself. Now, if in a given situation, if I'm asked to bend some rules, if I'm asked to overpromise to my client, if I'm asked to lie just to get that particular account or just to make some more profit, I will not be willing to do that, because if I do that, there will be a conflict between my value system and my actions. And let me tell you, most of the people today are experiencing stress, anxiety, uneasiness, fatigue. It is because there is a friction between their value system and their actions. They are doing something that their inner self doesn't approve of. And at the end of the day, they're not able to have a good night's sleep. Why? Because that particular thing which they did is now bugging them off. It's not helping them to sleep. And they feel stressed. And then they have maybe sleeping pills. This happens when you don't follow your value system. Now, you might be thinking, Alok, okay, I understand this, but how is this related to building self-confidence? Now, let me tell you, if on a regular basis, if you just keep on self-sabotaging, if you just keep on compromising your value system, what this will do is it will crush your self-esteem. Over a period of time, if you just keep on compromising your value system, you will keep on crushing your self-concept. And if you keep on crushing your self-concept, if you keep on crushing your self-esteem, day after day, day after day, day after day, day after day, what will happen is you will start hating yourself. You will start hating yourself for the kind of person you are. Why? Because deep down in your mind and your heart, you know that you are not doing right. You are not taking the right decisions. You are being selfish. You are not following your heart. We use this phrase a lot. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Listen to your heart. What does that mean? Following your heart, listening to your heart means following your value system. And if you are not doing that, you will crush your self-esteem. And what happens when you crush your self-esteem? When you crush your self-esteem, you crush your self-confidence. Because self-confidence is an outcome of building an elevated self-esteem. Now just think of it. When you do certain things right, certain things that really make you feel good about yourself, certain things that make you feel confident and brings that feeling of content within you. If you keep on doing those things daily as a ritual, you start feeling good about yourself, don't you? When you help someone, maybe when you selflessly do something good, that makes you feel good, right? So when you start following your value system, when you start following your value stack as a ritual that will boost your self-esteem, that will boost your self-concept, and over a period of time, what you will see is that you will be more confident about who you are as a person. And when you are confident about who you are as a person, all of a sudden, you will be more confident about anything and everything that you do, anything and everything that you say, and all the decisions and the choices you make. So make sure that you follow your value stack, your value system. Stay aligned to your value stack, your value system. And the prerequisite to this is you need to first know what your values are. What do you stand for? So this is the second way by which you can build that unshakable self-confidence. Stay aligned to your value system. Now let's come to number 3. The third way to build unshakable self-confidence, and that is to be a lifelong learner. Yes, be a lifelong learner. What do I mean by that? You need to keep on adding to your mental bank. The more you learn, the more you will be confident about yourself, because when you learn, you expand your field of awareness. You expand your IQ. You expand your intelligence, your cognitive abilities. So when you keep on learning, that's when you feel more confident about yourself. Because now you'll be able to take part in conversations, you'll be able to keep your thoughts in front of other people, you'll be able to prove your point. And this can only happen when you have a lot of data, information to support your point of view, right? Have you ever experienced this, that you are a part of a conversation and you literally have nothing to contribute? And what do you feel in that very moment? How do you feel about yourself? You feel as if, you feel crap, that I don't belong to this particular conversation. Everyone is so smart, everyone is so intelligent. And all of a sudden, you doubt yourself. You question yourself, and your self-confidence is crushed completely. But just think of the other way around. If you are part of certain conversations, and if you are able to drive those conversations, you are able to make some amazing contributions to those conversations. And all of a sudden, what will happen to your self-image? What will happen to your self-esteem? You will feel super confident about yourself. Yes. Wow, I'm so proud of myself. That's nothing but it will really help you to elevate your self-confidence. So read more, listen to some really high value, maybe YouTube videos, or maybe some kind of podcasts for that matter, and connect with high achievers. Build your golden circle. This is what I say to people, that build your golden circle. And here golden stands for, it is spelled as GOALDEN, right? It's not GOLDN, it's GOALDEN. So have high achievers around you. Have people who are ready to push you towards your goal, and people who have goal that is similar to yours. And that's how you can keep on learning. Keep on learning from books, keep on learning from audio tapes, keep on learning from people around you. And that's how you can be a lifelong learner. So that's how you can build unshakable self-confidence. Now let's jump to number 4. The fourth way to build unshakable self-confidence is to master power pose. Yes. Now this is interesting. To master power pose. By power pose, what I mean is, power pose is a technique. It's a particular form in which you hold your body. Now let's understand, what does power pose have to do with building unshakable self-confidence, Alok? Because our mind and our body are not two different entities. They are the two sides of the same coin. Our mind and our body are highly interrelated, interconnected, and interdependent. Have you ever observed this? That when you are not sure about certain things, when you are in a state of self-doubt, when you are in a sad mood, when you are not feeling good, when you are emotionally low, what kind of body posture are you in? That's my question. Can you do this right now? Just close your eyes and just think of a moment in your life when you were super low in terms of your confidence, when you were super low in terms of your emotions. You were not feeling good, you were sad. How were you standing? How were you sitting? How were you walking? What was your pose? How was your posture? I'm sure it was quite laid back, right? You were not jumping, you were not yelling, you were not shouting, but you were not running, you were not walking, you were actually sitting somewhere in some corner with a slouch back, with your face hanging, maybe looking downwards towards the floor, and your chest was not expanded, it was contracted, and you were breathing shallow. So this is a universal description of a sad person, right? So whatever we are feeling, we are projecting it through our body. It's not just the mind, but our body is also yelling out to the world that, hey, I'm not in a good mood. So our mind and our body are the two sides of the same coin. Right? So by mastering power pose, what we can do is we can re-engineer our emotional state. Yes, we can re-engineer our emotional state. So when we know that when we are feeling sad, so this is what is happening to our body. So how about re-engineering our body in order to re-engineer our emotional state? So power pose is wherein you walk straight, upright, with your chest out, with your shoulders held back, with your chin up, breathing full, and having a smile on your face. By doing this, all of a sudden, what you'll do is there are so many scientific studies that say that when you do a power pose, all of a sudden, you increase the testosterone level in your body. You increase the endorphins level in your body. Endorphins, which are also known as the happiness hormone. The testosterone, which is also known as the confidence hormone. So all of a sudden, there is a biochemistry shift in your body when you hold power pose. And now just think about it. What would happen if you make power pose as your default structure? Crazy, isn't it? If you train your body to be in power pose 24/7. Won't that do something really amazing to your mental and emotional state? Just think about it. So what I want you to do is, post listening to this episode, I want you to go to Google and search Power Pose and start implementing it. Start practicing it. And that's how you will see a shift in your self-confidence. Amazing hack, isn't it? Right? So now let's jump to our the last way of building unshakable self-confidence according to this particular episode. I'm sure there's so many other ways which I can share in maybe some other episode, but for this is the last a solution or a way or a technique to build unshakable self-confidence, and that is to reflect on your past achievements. Yes, many a times what happens is life takes over. And if we hit a roadblock, if we hit a dead end, what happens is we start getting hard on ourselves. Has this happened with you? When you fail, maybe when you don't achieve the kind of results that you were always expecting, and when you hit a roadblock, a dead end, and then you start becoming hard on yourself. You start questioning your own abilities and capabilities. And what does that do to your self-confidence? It crushes it. It pulls your self-esteem down. It crushes your self-confidence. You start questioning yourself and you have a lot of self-doubt, right? And you are in your emotional low. But reflecting on your past achievements and drawing inspiration from them can actually do the magic. Because all of a sudden, it is a form of a self-reminder that, hey, you know what? I have achieved all this in my past. I'm capable of this. And if I've done it once, I can again do it. I can do it as many times I want. All of a sudden, this small self-reminder can do wonders and can do magic. So reflect on your past achievements and draw inspiration from them. Remind yourself about your abilities and capabilities. So these are the 5 ways by which you can build unshakable self-confidence. But what I want you to do is start practicing this. Start putting this into practice. Because remember, knowing something but not doing it is equal to not knowing it. Right? So, number 1, focus on building competence. Focus on competence, not confidence. Number 2 is stay aligned to your value system. Number 3 is be a lifelong learner. Number 4 is to master power pose. Number 5 is to reflect on your past achievements, to draw inspiration from them. So I'm sure you found this super useful. I'm sure you made notes and now start implementing it. I'm happy that you did spend your precious time listening to this episode. Right from the bottom of my heart, I do extend my gratitude, and I wish to see you in the next episode. Till then, stay strong, stay mindful. This is your mindfulness and mindset coach Alok Taunk signing off. God bless you.